Welcome to the Never Seen It podcast, the only podcast called Never Seen It that's worth listening to. Tonight we have Mr. Arnie, the one-man party. There he is right there. A.K.A. Arnold Callego, Mr. Daily Dares, A.K.A. Filipino Grigio, A.K.A. Alex Callego, the brothers Callego, and Jack LaBubu. Is that a Jack LaBubu? Is that what that is? Mr. Milkman America, A.K.A. Chris. He's us again, turn guest with a... Is that a cookie? What is that, actually?
That is a coaster. A cat coaster.
I was
My wife made it.
Yeah, and then there's me, Boots Too Big, A.K.A. Adrian Del Toro, and tonight we're talking about 2025 Oscar contender, one battle after another.
You know what freedom is? What? No fear. God damn it! Viva la revolution! Not one thing, it's another. I find that to be true.
Directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, starring Leo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Chase Infinity in her debut role. When their evil nemesis resurfaces after 16 years, a band of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue the daughter of one of their own. And we also have Teyana Taylor, who was amazing in this, and Wood Harris, Avon Barksdale from The Wire. If you remember him, Tony Goldwyn, Paul Grimstad, the girl from the Scary Movies. Oh, what's her name?
Regina
Hall.
Oh,
Yeah. Regina King. I'm confusing my Reginas here.
Wasn't she in that short-lived Watchmen TV series?
No. The one I'm talking about was in. She's not in this movie. She was in. She was in the Scary Movies. She's Cindy's best friend.
Oh, yeah. I remember her. Yeah.
What is her
Regina
name?
Silvstedt. It's Victoria Silvstedt.
Who's that?
Victoria Silvstedt, Playmate of the Year.
Boom. No.
Boom, boom.
I am not as ever prepared as I should be.
Boom.
Regina Hall. Okay, you were right. I'm sorry. Regina Hall. I want to go after her. Anyway, we're talking about this movie because it's an Oscar contender. It's a great movie. Who chose? Was it Chris? Did you choose this movie? I believe, or who was it?
I think it was you.
It was probably me. Hey, Adrian, why did you choose this movie?
Me.
I chose it because I liked it, and I think it's Paul Thomas Anderson. You can't go wrong.
PTA.
You know what I sometimes think about? This is a completely unrelated. Has Paul Thomas Anderson ever met Wes Anderson? Did David Fincher ever meet David Lynch? I ask these questions because, their names are similar. Did Paul W.S. Anderson, has he ever met Paul Thomas Anderson?
Did you know? I was thinking this morning, with Filipino words, if they switch the P's and the F's and the S are P's. If you say chief, that means it's cheap.
Oh.
And then if you're chief,
Then you're a chief.
Yeah.
Why are you being so chief?
Why being a cheapskate?
He's a chief.
Yeah, so this movie's up for Best Picture this year, or the year of our Lord, 2026. What do we think? I mean, let's go around the room. Can this win? Arnold, your thoughts?
I think so. Okay, 2.5 hour long movie, right? I think
Something
so.
like that.
Took me like 3.5 hours to watch, but but it was really good, and I watched it really late. But no, I think man, star-studded cast. What's his name? Bob?
A.K.A. Leonardo DiCaprio, who plays Bob. Or who you think about?
Oh, no, I was thinking Lockjaw.
Oh, Lockjaw.
Sean Penn.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sean
Sean
Penn.
Penn, yeah. I was
I haven't seen him
yeah.
in forever.
I know, man. It's so good, man. Gosh, there's. What do you guys think?
Just tell us yes or no. Do you think it'll win? Quick yes or no.
I think it should win.
Oh.
Do I think it will? I don't know. I've never with Oscars. I've never watched the Oscars.
We'll see. Alex, what do you think? I mean, there's 10 movies. There's 10 movies that are up for Oscars this year. What do you think?
First of all, I think that's way too many nominees for.
It does seem like a lot, doesn't it?
That's very excessive, and it feels like they're doing it to appease audiences. Like you have your horror, your genre nominee, and then you have your action nominee, which is one after another, and then you have your Hamnet, right? And I feel like it's like one of those things where, depending on the year, depending on the climate, political or whatever, they're gonna go with like a certain movie. And then like what I've noticed there was that year that Romeo in Love? You remember that movie?
That was 98, I believe.
Yeah.
That won over like Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah,
I
a
think.
bunch of like movies that a lot of people felt were better.
But that was the
And-
Weinstein era, you know? So
Yeah,
you gotta
but-
factor that in.
But that, regardless of that, it's still like that year there were like so many films that like people thought were better films than I thought it was a lot better films than Romeo and Love.
Romeo and
I
Love.
think-
I've never heard of that.
Didn't it have Ben Affleck in it?
Was a little
I-
Romeo in that?
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
little
Romeo?
Romeo, little Bow Wow was in it.
Little Bow
Oh,
Wow.
Bow Wow.
No. Yeah, so with this, there's like so many different, genres.
Actually, Shakespeare in Love is what you're thinking
Shakespeare in Love. Romeo is dying is the another one, right?
about. Although Leo was in a modern take of Romeo and Juliet with Claire
Yeah.
Danes.
Yeah.
You know Claire Danes, she goes like this. I don't know why she does that, but she does.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, I know. I've seen some other Claires in that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's too many. I feel there's like too many nominees. Just they should have pared it back down. But we're already at this point.
Yeah.
Do I think that? Do I think it should? I think either Sinners or this one should win. Do I think it will win? No, I think Hamnet will win.
I
Just
think you may
watch.
be onto something. And I'm happy about this year because I've watched most of the movies nominated. So you
Yeah.
got Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. I've watched most of the movies nominated this year.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Train Dreams,
Yeah,
Sinners,
Train Dreams, Sinners,
this movie that we're doing,
One Battle After
Begonia,
Another, Marty Supreme, which you
Marty
saw,
Supreme,
Frankenstein.
I seen
Yeah.
five of them. That's like a record. Like,
Have you seen
for the-
F1 with Brad Pitt?
You've actually seen more of the nominees than I have, Arnold.
I haven't seen Hamnet. I've heard Hamnet is fantastic.
I've
That's
heard
what
it's good.
That's what
I
That's what I
like
heard,
I
too.
like Chloe Zhao. I
She's
really
good.
do like Chloe Zhao,
Yeah.
and I do think if she wins, she deserves it.
She does, yeah.
I, not having seen the film, do I think One Battle After Another will win? I think it should. Either that or Begonia or Sinners. Do I think it'll win? I think a film like Hamnet will win. Like Chloe Zhao is an amazing director. I love her films. I just feel like it's the safe bet, and I think that's what like a year like what we're having already is. It's kind of like that controversy, that conspiracy theory that people like think like, oh, whenever there's like a weird thing that's going on politically, the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl. That's what I've heard.
Huh.
At least I've heard.
Interesting.
So
Chris, let's go to you now. What do you
It's
think?
funny,
One
I,
battle after another?
I think I have the opposite take of Alex. I don't think it should win. I think there are better complete movies, but I think it will win. I think that they made this movie for obvious reasons during this political climate, and I think we're right at the crescendo of a lot of people tuning in, and this is a hot topic movie. It came out at the fortunate right time, I guess you should say, like with everything going on. And I think there's a lot of eyeballs on it, and it was well acted, and it's got a impactful story. I think it came out like it's gonna win because it is a profound movie during a profound time.
That's a great point, and I think you're both on to something. You and Alex, I think you guys are both on to something. I think that like Hamnet would be the safe choice, and the thing about this is that like this is going up against F1, which come on, that's not going to win. Let's be honest.
No.
Frankenstein's not going to win. Like
No.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Fun movies.
Not going to win. I haven't seen Marty Supreme. I don't think that's going to win either. I also think Timothée Chalamet's trying way too hard. Like, bro, calm down. I haven't seen Secret Agent or Sentimental Value. Those look like Oscar bait movies. They might have a chance. I don't know. Sinners and Train Dreams, I think, have a good chance. The thing about Sinners is, I don't know. As good of a movie as it is, I think the fact that they gave it so many nominations, like a record this year, 16 nominations, I think that's the Academy saying, it's not going to win Best Picture, but we're going to nominate it for a bunch of other stuff, so it'll go home with something. So don't be mad at us if it doesn't win Best Picture. That's really what I think is going to happen.
Or it sweeps. And
Or it
people,
sweeps. That would be crazy. That'd be
Yeah.
good, for Ryan Coogler and everybody else.
I think Sinners will sweep everything possibly sweep everything except for Best Picture.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's what happened with Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, I think so. You're right. If Coogler gets Best Director, I mean, holy shit, that's going to be a fantastic night for him. So, so we'll see. One Battle, I think, has a chance. I think One Battle, to give my take really quick, I think it has a chance. I think, I don't think Leo's going to get it. Oh, I was talking about Timothée Chalamet. Timothy, you're trying too hard. Stop, okay? Knock it off.
Stop.
Like, you're good. Like, you are good, but put your nose down and pay attention to your work. Because that's what everybody else does. They're not, like, out here campaigning 24/7 for you to be win an Oscar. Calm down, you know what I mean? Also, how old is he? 30 years old, 29 years old? Bro, you still got plenty of time ahead of you. You know what I mean? How old was Leo when he won his first Oscar? Like in his late 40s or something? I don't know how old he is, but...
Yeah, I think his girlfriend was the same age as Timothy, so until...
No, actually, I think Timothée Chalamet's older than Leo's cutoff age.
That's very true.
So, but yeah, Timothy, you're trying too hard, okay? Just enough with all the fanfare and the gimmicks and bullshit, you know? Arnold, you saw him in Party Supreme. Did he do a good job in that?
But I thought he did really good in that. And
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the blonde girl's name.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow, yeah. Yeah.
Was she good in that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Say less.
Yes.
Or say more.
I was
After.
We're talking about one battle after another tonight.
Yes. Oh yeah.
How did you guys feel about the first act, which takes place in the past? It sets everything up. It sets up Leo and Teyana Taylor as these two revolutionaries fighting against the man. I believe it opens at an internment camp, if I wasn't mistaken on that, right? It was an internment camp of some sort. And they're basically just domestic terrorists. But Teyana Taylor is more into it, I think, than Leo is. And she starts to have a physical relationship with Sean Penn, who's Lockjaw, who is like essentially the militaristic white supremacist leader of a fringe group of white supremacists called the Christmas Cavaliers or something. The Christmas Adventure Club, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Christmas
what
Adventure
did you
Time?
guys think about? I mean, that's a lot of story packed into the first act. What did
Yeah.
you guys think
I
about
think that
Arnold?
was-
How did that affect you?
I thought you were gonna say that he was like the modern day like Greg Bovino, but
I almost went there.
so the first act, I was just thinking like it made me think of everything that's going on, and it made me feel like, man, people. What if this inspires people to do something like that to these ICE agents or these federal border people? Like what people see, it gives them ideas and makes them want to do things. And so and then when you see them like see what's happening, and part of me is like, do it, man, do something like that. But then like,
Well, it speaks to the bigger picture of art imitating life or life imitating art, right? I think I'm just speaking hypothetically here, just putting on my writer's hat as for a second. Sometimes things like this inspire other people to write these types of stories even more and more. And maybe, who knows? Maybe it goes both ways. And people do revolt in some way. I mean, the French are known for it. When the French get mad, they go and slice heads off. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but anything is possible. I just thought, but you're right, though. It felt very relevant, probably more even right now than it was when the movie came out only a few months ago.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of crazy to think about?
yeah, because this movie came out like 2 months ago or so.
I think it came out like 6 months ago, honestly.
Oh, really?
I think
Yeah.
it came out summer of last year.
I would say like maybe
What?
at least 4 months ago. At least 4
At least
months.
4 months ago.
Yeah.
Really stark opening intro and introduction to these three characters. Alex, you were going to say something. What was your thoughts on the first act?
The first act, I do feel like it was intentionally condensed. They knew that they had to. It's like how a good writer will introduce characters and who they are and their intentions at the very beginning, but they did it. I think it was like kind of a master class in doing that. Like you introduce like their motivations, these characters and things like that in such a small like window. And he also, what I love about PTA is that he cuts out the BS of like, he doesn't tell you like, You remember like that whole span of she finds out she's pregnant, and they talking to the mom about like, I don't think you're the right for my daughter, and all that sort of stuff. But they don't really like go into the BS of what's happening in between. They cut to like abruptly to like they're laying in bed with their baby. They don't show a scene of them rushing to the hospital and then the people, they don't need that. It's very unnecessary. PTA cuts out the BS and really like focuses in on who these characters are, their motivations, what drives them. It's very, very unnecessary for anything else. So you understand why Perfidia does what she does to be with that lockjaw. She's not doing it because she is in love with him. She does it because she has these intentions of trying to protect their team, be able to allow them to do the things that they do. He even says that in that one scene when he catches her putting the explosives. He's like, "We're going to let you continue doing this stuff as long as you meet me wherever." And then she's like, okay. She's a revolutionary. She's willing to put her whole body on the line. She's a runner. Her mom was describing her as a runner, whereas Leo's character, he's like a stumbling block. And so they're two different things. Like they're both like in it for the cause, but they didn't have to like go into it, like describe it, like show examples. It was just, this is who you are. This is who you are. This is who she is. And then they go into everything. I think that's brilliant. It allows the rest of the film to be as elaborative as they want to.
I agree. I think in the writing world, that's called like in media res, I believe. Like you just start the story when something's happening. You're not taking time to like slowly no, like this movie's go, go, go. They don't waste any time whatsoever. And at 2 hours, 40 minutes, it doesn't feel that long. It moves fast. 2 hours and 40 minutes fly by. Yeah, Chris, what did you think? I mean, did that first act grab you?
So it depends on like what hat I'm putting on, right? I think from a writing and a craft side, it was really, like you said, Alex, like a masterclass in how do we jump into very complex relationships and a complex situation and introduce that in 30 minutes, right? And so to do that in itself, it is an accomplishment because for me personally, as trying to watch it as an audience, right, I felt like it was very rushed, but that's to set up the rest of the movie, right? So for me, it wasn't as entertaining as the rest of the movie was, right? I felt like a lot of it was just rushed so that we can get all of the main details to build up these characters, but by doing so, it almost is like too straightforward, and there wasn't anything to be imagined. I would say like they gave you like, this is who this person is, this is what motivates them, this is what's going to happen. And I almost didn't have to imagine what's going to happen. I could have told you at the beginning of the movie what their trajectories were, because that's how it was painted. Like when we see those little moments, there's nothing left to be imagined, right? I know exactly who this person's going to be. And I know that they talk about her being a runner. Also later in the movie has been called a rat. And I think you see that in her actions as far as like betraying Bob, right? Immediately for the sake of the cause and for the sake of her selfish, like what she wanted. Because I don't think it's purely for the revolution, right? I think there was also a part of her that like she's into her very id, right? Very in the moment, this is what's in front of me, and it's exciting. It turns me on. Like you see her have that moment with Lockjaw when she busts in and is like, okay, get on your knees. All right, stand up. And she's like, that whole scene. Funny, crazy, intense, complex. But again, I think after that 30 minutes, you kind of go, I get where this is going.
Yeah, that's a great point.
It almost sounded like a joke that you and I would do, Alex. Get up. No, I mean, get it up. Back when we lived together, it was like a sorority. I mean,
A fraternity.
Fraternity.
Back when we were living in that sorority house, the sorority house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys have a body paint night.
No, it was kind of like that.
No.
That movie White Chicks. It was me and Arnold.
And I almost forgot about that
Yeah.
part, the get it up part.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Get it up.
I know.
I
What'd you think?
I like this the thought of Teyana Taylor fully pregnant with a machine gun, just. That was great. Just that shot alone set the tone for
I love the juxtaposition too. Like later on, they show Chase Infinity's character shooting the machine gun. You know,
Yeah.
when she's like,
They
that was kind of cool. Like,
that was a nice
like
little-
yeah, like a nice little Easter egg, like a little nod to her mother. You know, like truly, she is her mother's daughter. You know.
Let's talk about that because we have a bit of a time jump here. We cut to Chase
A
Infinity.
wee bit, just 15 years.
Just 15, 16 years. She's living with Bob, Leo DiCaprio, her Rex revolutionary turned stoner dad living in a mobile home of some sort. And I like how her friends...
In the boonies.
I like how her friend showed up and he's like, Who's that? They got a hunk like that? Why are they doing that? It's like, calm down, dude. That was a great scene. I love how she gives him shit about, pretty much about everything. Like, they really establish, like, they don't have the best relationship in the world, but you know, he obviously, you know, cares about her and vice versa. But she's just trying to be a teenage girl, man. She's trying to go to the prom night with her friends and have some fun. And Bob's super paranoid because, you know, he still has the Christmas carolers after him or whatever they're called now. How does that work when you're head of like a white supremacist group, but also like a top military guy? Like, you're still getting resources and funding to like go after your arch nemesis from 30 years prior?
So what were they truly military, or were they just police that were like militarized?
I think. Well, that's
Wait, who are you talking about now?
I'm talking about Lockjaw and his band of merry men who are all like. I think maybe they're paramilitary. I don't know. Like, they clearly have resources because they're like taking over entire towns and raiding houses and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're military.
Colonel, right?
They're dressed in military.
Okay.
So
attire.
the Christmas Adventure Club is like a extracurricular activity for Sean Penn, right? Like, he's not like, that's not officially part of the military that he is enacting to do whatever they're doing.
It is an entirely different group of individuals. I don't think is military attached. I think that's just like the rich 1 of 1%, and who just have connections. That's what I got from it, at least.
I think you're right. And to give more context, the only reason Lockjaw is going after Leo is because he finds out that he had an illegitimate child with Teyana Taylor, which is Chase Infinity's character, right? So he finds out that that's his illegitimate daughter, and because he's part of a white supremacist group, he's not allowed to have a mixed race daughter, so he has to go snuff her out, snuff Leo out.
Well, he has to go check and see if that is his daughter,
right?
Because he had a suspicion because of the descriptions that they were giving of Leo's daughter, and he's like, "Oh, red flag! I think that could be my kid for sure." All of that tracks.
Yeah, we have a Alejandro in the chat. Is this a friend of your guys? Is Alejandro?
Yeah.
Alejandro, what's up?
I said
Looks too bare for Oregon. They were military, is what Heel Not Power says.
Yeah.
So they were military.
Yeah,
you need help
I think
cleaning
about
it up,
I think about it now,
that's
and it
true.
was definitely they were definitely military, but like the military police, that sort of thing.
I guess my question really was, were they working off the books? But I don't think so, because they were taking over the entire town.
I think Alejandro brings up asking weren't they DHS or ICE? I do believe that they were DHS.
Okay, so anyway, we're talking about one battle after another.
One battle after another.
Starring Chase Infinity, Leo DiCaprio, Teyana Taylor, Benicio Del Toro. Let's talk about Benicio Del Toro really quick, because he is not in this movie as much as everybody else. Yeah. But the small amount of screen time he gets, he does it
Magic.
well.
He puts a heavyweight effort into like the small role that he puts in. It's like his role in Usual Suspects. He wasn't in that movie a lot, but he was like such a memorable character in Usual Suspects.
Yeah,
he was in that movie.
Yeah,
Guillermo del Toro.
That was one of his earlier.
Benicio del Toro.
Remember, he was like.
Benicio
del Toro.
I hope I said Benicio earlier.
He's all like, put down your gun. He's like, what did you say? I said, put down the guns, you filthy motherfucker. When they're doing the lineup, remember? That's like one of my favorite scenes.
He is. We sort of touched on this dynamic in a different show. I think it was Train Dreams, where I was talking about how like some characters are like the wizard, they're the sage, they're the Obi-Wan, they're the Gandalf. I feel like Benicio was the Gandalf to Leo in this movie, because he was like helping him out amidst border patrol takeover of the town where he's like literally helping other people get smuggled out of the town and not get caught by the cops. Amidst all of that, he's taking the time to help Leo link up with who he has to link up with and hide him from the cops for as long as possible. Like, what a hero that guy was, right?
Sensei.
Yeah.
Sensei Benicio.
I know.
That was so good.
I love
character.
when he they pull him over and gets arrested, and he's like backing up, and he's all dancing, he's all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the famous scene.
Have you been drinking? A little bit.
Just a couple small beers. What does he say in the car when he's driving Leo? He's like, you know what? What does he say? Oh, what's the line? It's like, you know what? You can't fear the most, or what was it? Ah, fuck! I should have looked this up. You guys know what I'm talking about? When they're in the car.
Was it a joke?
What does he
I
say?
think you're making up lines right now.
You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish? No.
No. Here, let me Google it.
Never eat yellow snow. What is it? 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
If you're climbing a big ladder and you hear a big splatter, diarrhea. I'm pretty sure he said that.
Beer before liquor, throw up quicker. What does he say?
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear.
Liquor.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me. This is an edit point because I need to know what he says now. I can't do these.
Red wine before bourbon. I'm a full-blown alcoholic.
That was David Cross. No,
that was Alan Strickland Williams. So I was watching.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alan Strickland Williams. I love that guy.
We love Alan Strickland Williams.
Yeah, I love Alan Strickland.
Yeah, you never seen any of his stuff.
God damn it! Where is that?
go watch
I
it.
can't find that.
He said, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
Wait, he really said that?
He says something like,
Mitch Hedberg.
"You know what separates weak men from strong men? No fear." Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I like
And
that
that's right
T-shirt.
before Leo jumps out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's like, on the count of 4.
1, 2, 3. Go. Go. 4.
Like, why 4? Like,
Why didn't he say 4?
If he's gonna say 4, might as well just count to like, I don't know, 69 or something.
Yeah, 69.
Yeah.
He had to just get him
5,
out.
6, 7, 9, 8. Jeez. Sorry, I'll see myself.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're good. Hold on.
There's a gun on the table. Do what you want. Healing Laughter Power says, letting go of fear is true freedom. He thinks that's what it might be.
Oh.
8, 9. 8, 9.
That was one thing he said, but that's not the specific quote.
Damn, we're
all
taking
that-
too much time on this.
Yeah, this is
I know.
He said, we need more gas. We've been driving forever.
Did anybody see am I the only one? I'm probably the only one who watched Saturday Night Live.
I don't watch that Saturday Night
Watch
Live.
that crap.
Well, Teyana Taylor, she was the host this past week.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have watched it.
And so I thought that and this was before I even watched the movie, so I was like, oh, sweet, okay. Yeah, she was in that movie. I thought she was gonna be in it more. I mean, played a vital role in the movie. I thought she'd be in it a lot more than what I actually saw. But,
10 hours later.
She was good.
No, I mean you're not wrong on it. Like, you know, she has a limited screen presence. I mean, this movie is got a stacked cast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder,
And,
is there a correlation of Oscar winners of like movies where the actors were hosts on SNL before? I'm sure they're.
I don't have that data in front of me, but there might be. I know that like there has been past Oscar winners who had a small part in a movie and they still won an Oscar. Like Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs. He only has like 12, 13 minutes of total screen time in Silence of the Lambs. You know,
Same
and he
thing
still
with
won an Oscar.
Dark Knight with Heath Ledger. He was only in the movie for like 9 minutes or
Yeah,
something.
spread out through. Yeah, total. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
every
know.
time he's on there, you're like magnetized. Same thing with Del Toro. I'm like, every time he's on there, I'm like,
Dude.
this is great.
So yeah.
So what else
the
did we
movie-
see?
What's that?
I'm like wondering what else did we see?
I'm lost. I'm lost. What did you?
I need more data. I need more data to answer that question.
No, because it was only like a total of 12 minutes, but the movie was 2 hours and 40 minutes or something. Oh yeah.
I mean, you know, like
It's
I
all
said,
build up for those 12 minutes.
This show has gone off the rails so badly.
look,
I tried to steer it back,
Yeah, let's
We're
go back
doing-
to Dream
You just
Trains.
crashed us into another wall, Arnold.
Yeah. We do the weave on the show.
it back, y'all.
We do the weave on the show.
Arnold's a genie in the bottle.
I'm a genie in a bottle.
Are you trying to make me
baby.
sing again, Alex? Like on the last
No,
episode?
no.
I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way if you wanna be with me.
Okay, good.
Oh.
No copyright strike. That's good.
Okay.
Keep it under
Yeah,
15
I
seconds.
gotta keep it
Yeah.
short.
Let's
All right,
go
so
back to
bringing
one
it
battle
back,
after
Del
another.
Toro was fantastic.
Del Toro was fantastic.
Yeah.
So was Chase Infinity, who really held her own. When this is your first movie and you're holding your own against Leonardo DiCaprio, I think she was snubbed by not getting an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting because she did a great job. And, for her first acting
Isn't
role,
this year?
she did a great job.
2025 was the year of the first-time actor. Got
I think so.
you got
Yeah.
what's his name from
Rosemead?
Rosemead? Lawrence
Lawrence Shue.
Shue,
Fishburne. Oh, shoot.
and then the young girl from Left-Handed Girl.
And, yes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Miles Catton from Sinners,
Yes,
who played Sammy.
Exactly. And now you got Chase Infinity. It's like
Chase Infinity.
these are just it's incredible to see these really young first-time actors in these like incredible roles. That's
Heavy
supposed to be
roles.
like they're all heavy roles. The little girl from Left-Handed Girl, she pulled it off so well, and like
Right.
it's incredible to see like the crop of talent that has come in this into the acting world, like in this
I agree.
Today's day and age,
It gives
I
me
agree.
hope.
The Cousin in Begonia? Was that his second film?
That was actually also his first movie.
What?
Yeah.
It was the year of the first.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But let's be honest. Award shows are more or less a popularity contest
Absolutely.
amongst a small elite group of people who get to decide who wins and who doesn't,
Absolutely.
right? Or who gets nominated and who doesn't.
Are we
And
talking about award show still?
yeah. Well, I'm just in the context of this movie and Chase Infinity not getting a nomination for Best Supporting. Like I said, this is her first movie, and you think about like that '70s show, right? That actor, Eric Foreman, I forget his name, whatever his name is, I can't think of it right now.
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker, yeah, Peter Parker, and that '70s show. You know what he did before that '70s show? He was in a bunch of high school plays. That was it. He had no acting experience prior to doing that '70s show. Then he got that '70s show. My point is that like. You never know what amount of talent there is out there, but I think Hollywood is too gate-kept. I think it's a small amount of people that actually think who deserves a nomination at least and who doesn't. And the Oscars, I don't know. There's a reason why the hashtag #OscarsTooWhite was relevant not that long ago. So who knows? Who knows how it'll turn out next year? But yeah.
They're gonna change that, and like you were saying, Sinners.
Well, you know what? I think Chase Infinity and everybody else that we mentioned, they're going to prove themselves to be great actors going forward. You'll see. They're going to go on and do bigger and better things, and I think they'll eventually get their flowers. So,
Or this, we got Teyana Taylor and
Artiant, yeah, right.
several others.
Yeah.
We're gonna start. We're gonna start our own award show. That's what we're gonna do. The NSIP.
Yeah, we'll do that.
awards.
Yeah.
We've never seen them win.
We'll do
award show.
What's the name of our mascot? Justin
Blinky.
Blinky. We'll do the Blinky Awards. The Blinkies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Blinkies.
The folks in my chat, they're saying, you guys, there should be an awards show of the hottest.
Hold on.
Who's the hottest?
I heard that your chat got taken down.
Yeah, I think the FBI got involved at one point.
I don't know
And-
what they mean by who's the hottest.
Why don't
Temperature-wise?
you invite your chat to our chat? Just streamline it, Arnold. Like,
Yeah,
come
can
on.
we
did.
consolidate chats?
Yeah,
I
consolidate
did.
chats.
Did you see them on? They're on they said they're also viewing on TikTok.
Oh, good. Arnold.html
Oh, yeah.
/
All
Yeah.
the people on my chat. Oh, they joined us on MySpace.
Oh, oh, bless Tom. Can we bring
There is
Tom
no
back?
MySpace.
Can we just have Tom
There
over
is.
all the companies out there and just
My Napster followers are they're disagreeing with both of you.
good. Yeah,
Well, you know
Alejandro
what?
says lots of nepotism. Back to my point. You're right, Alejandro. There is lots of nepotism. There's a movie coming out that's going to be starring Maya Hawke and another nepo baby.
You're what?
Yeah, Bill Pullman's son. Bill Pullman's son and Maya Hawke are going to be in a movie together.
Forrest
yeah.
Gump 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Independence Day, 5 or whatever.
Independence Day 5, Staying Alive.
Yes.
Maya, Maya.
Did you guys think that this movie...
Maya. Okay, sorry.
Did you guys think this? Did you guys, considering the director for a second, Paul Thomas Anderson, right? Did you guys think that this movie was a lot more tame compared to his other movies in terms of subject matter? Like you think about Boogie Nights. I mean, that's literally about the porn industry. Like,
I think it was like actually a very hot button topic. A lot of it. Like I think it was hot buttons. So I do feel that like the subject matter is like very relevant. I don't think it's tame at all. Like this is it actually like one of the more hot button topic sort of like very relevant films that he's ever done. Like you look at the film like I don't know, Boogie Nights is very controversial and back in those days to do like a film about the adult film industry. But at the same time, like even if you did that today, it would be kind of a hot button topic as well. It hasn't that taboo hasn't changed. Maybe it's a little bit more sex positive, like very more like people are willing to talk about that. I think they're way more willing to talk about the like porn than they are about like politics, immigration. People are so scared to talk about that sort of stuff. I mean, they aren't now. Like people are speaking up, but at the same time, it's very hot subject matter.
I think it's interesting that like the idea of a fascist takeover of the country is considered a hot topic to begin with. Like it shouldn't be. Like people getting shot in the streets shouldn't be a left versus right debate. Innocent people being killed in the streets shouldn't be as controversial as it currently is. Unfortunately.
Yep.
And that doesn't necessarily happen in this movie, but you understand what I'm getting at. I mean,
but there is detainment, there is roundups, there is raids going on in this film.
Speaking of which, what did you guys think about that scene with the high school kids being interviewed, or not interviewed, but interrogated?
Detained and interrogated.
That was hilarious to me. That was really good.
And then that kid was a rat and gave him up.
Oh, the one kid.
Oh yeah.
My other favorite scene was Leonardo DiCaprio's Bob trying to give the code to the revolutionaries over the phone, and he doesn't remember the last time is it, and he's like, "God damn it, just tell me, you know who I am." Like, no, sorry, you got to give us the time. And at one point, it's really quick. You probably noticed he's saying like, "What time is it? What time is it?" And Benicio Del Toro's in the back of like, "It's 7:18."
Yeah,
that was so good.
Yeah.
And then he gives him the sniper rifle. And he like does it in a very like sensei sort of way.
Yeah.
And then Leonardo DiCaprio takes it and he runs down the hallway. He's like, "Viva la revolución!" And like his fucking voice cracks. And I was like, that had to have been improvised because that just felt so real.
Yeah.
For some reason, that was a great moment.
Yeah.
I loved all that. I love that eventually he talks to somebody on the line. He's like, "Let me talk to your manager." He's like, "Oh, hey Leo, what's up?" "Yeah, he's good, man. Don't worry about it." It's like so much comedy amidst all this chaos. Like. I think that's what made it feel very grounded. That nothing worked out perfectly for Bob. He fucking falls off a building at one point.
Yeah,
like 40 feet and bounce off the wall, the tree, and
Bob gets the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
By the fire department, no less.
then tased.
Oh, yeah, that tase scene looked very real.
I was gonna say,
when his body seized up, I was like, "What?" That was incredible.
Is there like a long recovery after you get tased? I never.
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
I mean, I don't want to.
You know what I mean?
From what I've seen on like people getting tased, like it's within 20 seconds.
Alejandro says, "I used to lick 9-volt batteries. Does that count?" I don't know, Alejandro. I don't want to find out.
That's why you're so bright.
Licking 9-volt batteries is like the microdosing of being tased.
Well, see, there's an electricity in the air.
So it's actually healthy then. Because everything that I know about microdosing is healthy.
Microdosing is as in like the proportion, not as like the effects.
Oh.
Yeah. Chase Infinity gets caught by Lockjaw, who has some kind of a DNA testing kit.
Yeah.
I think that was her greatest scene in the whole movie. How say you guys? Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, that scene was so wonderful, and I think it also ties back to her opening scene with Bob, in the fact that she had to grow up and be the mature one in that relationship with her own father that raised her. and to the point that even so flash forward to the scene where she is essentially being captured and tested to see if she is legitimately hit the Lockjaw's daughter.
Right.
Even in that instance, you see that maturity in her, even though it's stressful, even though the stakes are high, and she's not in a position to be making any sort of jokes, quips, or attitude.
But she does.
She takes control of that scenario, so much so that she gets in his head of like, did you love my mother? And like his head is fuming by the end of that.
He's got that vein.
Yeah,
Oreos
flowing through his.
Oreos.
I felt for this movie, Lockjaw or Sean Penn got just so. They're like, okay, medically, can you raise my blood pressure to 200, 300? Because I felt like every scene he was just like on the edge of having a heart attack.
Yeah. What did you think when she's like, "Why is your shirt so tight? Are you gay?"
I was gonna say that. I was about to say that.
It was so funny.
What does he say? Like, no, it's a regularly sized shirt.
I'm not homosexual.
Oh,
he's.
I'm not gay.
I'm not gay. If that's what you're trying to infer.
That's how you get in the head of somebody who's like the biggest homophobe in the world and possibly closeted as hell, right? Such a small moment, but it's like it works. Like it's funny and it works on deeper levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
like
shows that dynamic.
Yeah.
I like how she would let him chase her around, like she was like running around and.
Well, she is Chase Infinity, so
hey,
you could be chasing her forever.
Yeah.
What a dad joke! It can only come from me.
Hey,
Hey, you're a dad,
what can I
so
say?
like, congratulations, Adrian, you nailed it.
I tried.
Yeah, daddy. I mean, you're a dad. You're a father. I'm not calling you daddy.
I believe you.
I also,
You don't have to over-explain it,
now-
Arnold. You know, people
by the
who
way-
over-explain, maybe they're guilty of it.
No.
Can you go?
But also, by the way,
depth
I'm not,
about
I'm
that,
not
Alex?
gay.
What's that?
Huh?
Huh?
No, I was just saying. Also, by the way, I'm not gay.
Yeah, I believe
That's
you.
hey, what?
Not like a-
Wait, what?
We should pause and reset.
Why are you like
Reset.
saying that?
We're doing the weave. Let's reset though, because I think we're getting off topic here again.
Yeah,
Leonardo
sorry.
DiCaprio also says,
Sorry.
"Damn, daddy." So there you go, Arnold. You and Leonardo DiCaprio are on the same wavelength tonight. Speaking of chase scenes,
Oh, yeah.
I love the chase scene at the end in the desert.
That was
the way
a
that was
genius
shot.
song. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. What do you guys think? Yeah, Alex, go ahead. What are your thoughts on?
I just love
not
how
chasing.
I just love how they build the tension in that. It felt very, you know what it gave? It gave a very like 70s vibe to the chase scene. Because like back then they didn't have the resources, especially the low budget films. They had to build the tension in a different way, you know, in a very very lo-fi sort of way. And this was a very lo-fi way of setting like up this chase scene, where it was just like showing a cut shot of like their heads, you know, and then you see the cars. You don't really see them like overhead shit, and it's not a frenetic pace or anything like that. There's no like this energy of this fear of crashing, because there really wasn't. And I think that was the crazy thing too, is you didn't have that fear of crashing. You just figured somehow they'd catch up to each other. But the thing, like the way they set that up with like Chase actually stopping the car and that dude like crashing into it, you kind of didn't expect that, you know. It was kind of like
brilliant by her.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
The assassin guy.
Yeah.
It's funny because Bob spends half the movie trying to save her, find her and save her. She ends up rescuing herself in the end. You know, Bob shows up after the fact, after she's, you know, caused the assassin guy to crash into that car. Well, by the way, that assassin guy is great. I love that he shoots Lockjaw, and then Lockjaw goes off the road, and you think he's dead, but he's not. And he's all disfigured and shit at the end.
Oh,
but what I
great.
love like that about that scene too is like it's like that Easter egg, that foreshadowing of like, remember at the very beginning of the movie where they had the trackers and they're like they won't go off until they're like within 100 yards of each other, right?
Right.
And then they like, you hear the music, it's almost as if it was like, you know, like a theme for the two of them when they're finally together again, you know, because you kind of expect that. I thought that was like such a beautiful moment, you know. You hear the music playing from those trackers, like once they're in range of each other, and like, you know, they're so trained to be like, like responding to those calls and stuff like that, and being like, so, just to
Being in tune.
yeah, but to trust each other, and so I thought that's such a beautiful thing.
Did the tracker? Because I was like, oh, they're getting close, and he's gonna hear the tracker, but I didn't hear it. Did it go off?
It did go off.
Yeah, there was like a music thing because I noticed the same thing.
Oh.
I almost caught myself in the middle of that tone going off because there was like so much action, so much adrenaline to that. Then there's like it settles, and then the music starts playing, and then the tone of those trackers starts in the middle of that song, so it almost blends in. It was a really like wonderful cinematic moment, but it could have been lost.
Alejandro says in the chat, they didn't go the Michael Bay route with explosions and big ornate things. And you're right, Alejandro. PTA doesn't do that, really. Like, he doesn't have to have big, huge action set pieces to give you a great tension-building scene, which that car chase scene was. What a great way to cap off the...
Yeah, can
It was just very smooth.
Ooh.
Oh, we're at the hour mark. There it is. Go ahead, Chris. While he's doing that.
I'm glued. The camera was so close to the ground for those shots, which is exactly where I want to be for camera shot of Arnie to woman.
Throwing it back. Throwing back that cake.
But that was such a cool... I'm lost right
You
now.
didn't give us diabetes with all that cake, Arnold.
That was such a cool camera angle to get.
Yeah.
It felt like you were a millimeter above this asphalt. That was, speaking of asphalt, going, I'm assuming 100 miles an hour, and the intensity of that. And it was just because they put a camera incredibly close to the ground.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
It just reminds me of like remember Arnold when we'd be leaving town, going through Windy Point on 111. Not 111.
Yeah, it is
111. You just feel your gut like going. Ooh.
Yeah.
This is in the desert, our desert hometown. Alejandro says the way that Leo thanks the guys with the whistle was so good and natural too.
That was beautiful.
And I saw behind the scenes, Leo DiCaprio was like, yeah, I mean, my gardeners are all Hispanic guys, so sometimes we communicate just through whistling. So I just did that naturally. So that was a nice little fun fact about that. Chris DeBoz is in the chat, and he says, I haven't watched this yet, but I want to. Love you guys. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, you should watch it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's a fun movie.
And we love you.
You
love
know
you,
what?
yes.
I feel like this was the most non-PTA film of all. Like
It did kind of feel
you know
that
what I mean.
way,
Like
didn't it?
you watch like his films like
Phantom Thread. Completely different.
Licorice Pizza, even Boogie Nights and Punch Drunk Love. They're just so like art like driven. Not that this wasn't like so artfully done. It was, but it felt like more of a straightforward, almost like an action, like a true action film.
It feels like PTA gives actors a sandbox to work in. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like the way he is in There Will Be Blood, where he's like, I drink your milkshake. Like, it's just so over the top, but it works. And like in this movie with Lockjaw, he's so over the top, and it just works. Like, I don't know. Like, it feels like PTA just really lets actors just fucking do their thing, And he just films them in a cool way.
Sean
Tells
Penn's
a great
character is,
story.
I want to drink that chocolate milkshake.
Well, that's one of my favorite moments in the movie, and I think we can play the clip. Yeah, do we want to play the clip of Sean Penn? Here we go. We're doing this. We're doing a little mixed media tonight, folks. Here's my favorite clip. Before we get into the final thoughts from Sean Penn and There Will Be Blood, and one battle after another. Here we go.
You like black girls?
I like Leo just like, what the fuck? But do you see what I'm talking about? He's like, I love him. Like, he puts his body into it. Like, it's not just, you know what I mean? Like, there's just, there's something so good about that guy.
Like blood pressure acting.
Going back to the part where the car chase scene, you guys, I forget what you guys said, how it reminded you. It reminded me of the Fast and the Furious, the original kind, like that style of because
back before they went into space.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait,
Back
what?
Before.
Yeah.
That's how they did their chase scenes.
No, well,
Like at least the ending. It was no like big effects or anything. I mean, yeah, they're riding on the on a semi.
You're saying the climax of the original Fast and Furious movies wasn't like Michael Bay style.
Yeah.
It was like it had like an intense moment, but not like over the top.
It made me think of it because you got like the two muscle cars, and then you have Leo DiCaprio in that
the rice rocket.
I don't know. That he hot wired, and yeah, no, it literally it crossed my mind and made me think of that for a second.
I get that. You know, I think this movie feels like Paul Thomas Anderson could have shot this in any era. You know what I mean? Like he could have shot this in almost any era. I think that you're talking about Fast and the Furious movies. When those came out, early 2000s, right? I don't know that filmmakers relied on CGI and stuff as much back then as they do now. Like, don't you think in a way CGI has kind of made some filmmakers kind of lazy because they're just relying on it too much? Whereas in the 90s and 2000s, you kind of had to film stuff for real. Like, I'm sure, I never watched any of them.
Lots of practicals.
Yeah, like I'm sure there was a lot of practical effects in like the earlier Fast and the Furious movies until you get to the point where they're going into space, and now you're like, okay, obviously it's a whole different dynamic.
Well, like
right, they're filming it in front of a green screen.
As a reference point though, like because I'm not familiar with Fast and the Furious, but would you say like the driving scenes in the movie Drive are like a stark contrast to the chase scene?
I think so.
You know, like because like it's very frenetic.
Yeah. I love Drive.
The action sequences of those driving sequences are just like, okay, I'm throwing in reverse and I'm driving really fast in reverse, and then like, you know, like, and it's like crashing into like dividers and things like that, and whereas like this felt just very almost like O.J. Simpson getting chased. You know, it's like you're just waiting for the ending. He's like, okay, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
You know,
this was free-range filmmaking, no GMOs. You know what I mean? No GMOs. I say that, but like the thing is, the best CGI is invisible. You don't notice it. You don't see it. Sinners had a lot of CGI. It has a lot of CGI. You don't notice it because it just kind of blends in, and they're not doing crazy stuff. But there's a lot of CGI in that movie, and I'm sure there was CGI in this movie too. I'm not talking against CGI. I'm just saying that like you can tell when something is just filmed practically versus in front of the volume or in front of a green screen. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I don't know. Good stuff, guys. I mean, what else happens? You know, fucking Lockjaw goes back to the Christmas Adventures Club, and they gas his ass, and he's done. He's out for the count. How does it end with Chase Infinity and Leo? I don't remember the exact.
Oh, so Bob gives Willa the letter that Perfidia wrote to Willa. She reads it. You hear her voiceover and everything, talking about how proud of she was, and she wishes she could see her. Maybe one day that they'll see each other again and whatnot. And it's almost confirmation of like, even though they've never met, they like truly have each other's like spirit, you know. And but you can kind of also tell that, like, you know, obviously she has Bob's like, you know, intuition, but also like that gut feeling that her mom had. She's or not gut feeling, but the willingness to fight. She had her mom's willingness to fight, and you see that, and then she gets that she hears that radio signal of a protest going on, and like how she like, you know, goes, and she's like, it's all the way in, was it Portland? They said. I think she's like, you know, that's like
3 hours away.
That's like 3 hours away. He's like, no, it's like longer than that, like 16-hour drive or something.
16.
Yeah, and then,
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 3 hours away for you, Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
1 hour.
I mean, get that right, Arnold.
Not that I was checking it on the map from his current location that I have on my phone.
Man, you have all these crazy. Have all these crazy things. You have your own chat. You have like a tracker on Chris.
Yeah.
What's
and
going
by
on?
the way, Healing After Power said earlier, I never got the link to that chat, by the way, Arnold. So.
Well, just to let you know, because there was a lot of people like doing a lot of weird things, and it got
taken down.
It got shut down. Yeah, I got taken down. Sorry about that.
Oh, are they doing the weird things, or are you doing the weird things?
Yeah,
one day we're gonna find out Arnold is a North Korean spy or something, you know, or something like that.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Adrian?
I was saying that one day we're gonna find out you're a spy.
Oh no.
No, he said best spy.
HLP, the nuns growing weed. let's talk about that, guys. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, that's cool.
Is there a van that says Stacy's Flowers outside your house right now, Arnold?
Go check while you do
Send me
some
flowers.
Yeah, go check. Yeah.
You should go check.
wanna get-
Flowers?
Yeah. Put your phone in
That's
a
so
Faraday
sweet
cage.
of you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
It was like my birthday, like last month.
How old are you now?
6'7".
6'7".
Yeah,
Oh my God. Oh, Arnold.
I'm an '80s child, you know.
You're an Asia, yeah. So am I. Anyways, okay, guys.
yeah.
Well, that's the movie. That's one battle after another. We're doing one Arnold after another tonight.
That was one battle with Arnold after another.
One tangent after another on this chat. Anyways, yeah, let's do final thoughts, and yeah, I'll start with you, Chris. What are your final thoughts on one battle after another?
Yeah, I felt like it was a very confident film. It knew exactly what it was doing from the get-go. I felt like the first act was pretty good. It really picked up once we get Willa's character and all the other fleshed out characters in the second act. And I feel like they landed the plane when it comes to finishing that movie out. There was a lot of really great scenes and a lot of great moments, everything from Willa escaping with this when she was captured and ultimately left for dead, and her scene with getting out of that was really, really great right before that car chase scene. Leonardo DiCaprio is just a master class. Everything from pulling off a paranoid pothead, the frustrated dad who wants to take control and provide safety for his daughter was really great. Del Toro was just so earnest and so earnestly hilarious and just being totally in the moment with every scene he was given. It just came out in spades. And then even more like some of the supporting actors, like Regina Hall was really great. She didn't have a lot of screen time, but she was wonderful. The score was really fun. It kept the pacing up, and it was really nuanced as well. And it was a pretty dang good movie when it was all said and done. So yeah, I'd say I'd give it. You're gonna not like me for this one. I think I'm gonna give it like a 3.5 though.
A strong 3.5.
Strong 3.5. I want to give it a 4, but there's just a couple things that I just don't feel like made it a top tier movie.
That's fair.
What? I thought we were friends,
Controversial.
man.
Controversial. I'm sorry.
I thought we were friends. I thought you were my
this is-
boyfriend. I'd like a friend that's a boy.
I'm sorry. This is the great thing about this show is that we don't have to agree, see eye to eye on every single.
Yeah, we
movie.
do.
We can all have. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's dial this in. Let's spend the next 2 hours and make sure we can get a score we all agree on.
Yeah, like I thought Train Dreams was kind of weak compared to what you guys thought, right? I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was as good as, everybody was saying. And that's fine, So that's what's good about this show. So I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you. It sounds like you still enjoyed it regardless of your, your holdups for it, right? Is that fair to
Correct.
say?
Yeah. That's not to take away anything from what it did well. There was just a couple things that I just kind of got stuck on, and I feel like it was a tad bit too long. Ooh, sorry. And I feel like that's a consequence of the beginning of the movie. That was it. If you were to take off 25 minutes, I think it would be a 4.5.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, where can people find you? Yeah, sorry.
You can find me at Milkman America everywhere.
Holding for firefighters. Okay. Alex, what are your final thoughts on one battle after another?
I am a big Paul Thomas Anderson fan. I love his films. I haven't seen all of them. I haven't watched Phantom Thread all the way through. I haven't finished it yet. Nor have I seen, surprisingly, I haven't seen There Will Be Blood yet.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Surprisingly, I know. It's been on my list for the longest time, but I just keep on putting it off. I don't know why.
Yes. Phantom Thread is a slow burn acting showpiece.
Yeah.
But There Will Be Blood. Oh my God, that's just.
Yeah.
Ugh,
But
so much. So good.
I'm you know me. I love the slow burn. I am a huge fan of this film, a very, very huge fan. I felt like the emotional breadth of all the characters was so well crafted. They did, and they did it so well in such a short span of time. They gave each other, they gave the characters, and not only did they have emotional breadth and value at the very beginning, but they grew throughout the film. All of the characters, like even Benicio Del Toro, when you first meet him, you just think he's just a sensei, this like kind of like normal dude. But then you get into the point, he's like, oh, he's like this badass, like who's a kind of a leader in the community. And then you see his appreciation for a person like for Bob, like something from the French 55 is what their faction was called. Anyways, he's like I never thought I'd have the chance to save one of the 55 twice in my life, let alone once, And I thought that was such a beautiful way of like him. He understood like the importance of a person like Bob. It was not lost on him. And then you see like the smaller characters, the ones that like played out the different important small roles of like getting people out of there, like Willa out of the dance. You see like that Regina Hall, even her character, like she had internal struggles. She knew she had to take care of like her role was to take care of Bob, make sure he was okay. Especially like she was putting herself at risk because she was also part of the crew that got ratted out too. So she was putting herself on the line simply by going and helping Bob and Willa. So that you see like a lot of the stuff, like these characters have so much more breadth and depth and growth happening than what a normal action film might do. The beats are a lot more detailed, and for me was one of Paul Thomas Anderson's most straightforward films. You compare it to like Punch Drunk Love, where it's like kind of almost like abstract in a way, or especially like he even did that short film with Tom York from Radiohead, Anima. That was a really it was basically a music video, a musical that you could tell that Paul Thomas Anderson has that range, and so you see little glimpses of that in One Battle After Another. But overall, it's an action film. It's a suspense film. It's a political action
Thriller.
Political thriller, yeah. But yeah, for me, and I'm surprised that I'm rating it this way too, because I really love Begonia. I think I gave Begonia 4.5, but I think this movie is a 5 for me. This is the first 5 like in a while I've given it in a while. So yeah.
Hell
and
yeah.
You could find me at Daily Bears on all the socials.
Thank you so much. Well, we've arrived, Arnold. We've arrived. We're here.
We have arrived.
An hour and 16 minutes, and now it's your turn, Arnold, for your final thoughts, and then you know what comes after that. Well, let's hear your final thoughts on One Battle After Another.
Take 10 minutes. Take 10 minutes to give your review. That way, once you get to the snooze, you're doing the swivel during the snooze.
I'll swivel myself to sleep,
Yeah.
or wake myself up and swivel, whichever.
Final thoughts, Arnold, before we get too
final
distracted.
thoughts. This movie was I love it has a little bit of everything. It's got Teyana Taylor and her curves that they really highlight on certain scenes. Let's see, what else is there?
That's all. That's it. That's my review.
That's it. That's all I got.
Just the. I mean, the timing of it.
Timing over hips.
Just of how it's hitting now with everything that's going on. People knew that something like this could happen. Kamala Harris talked about it, and when she was running for president, like what would happen if we get too much into it. But I can't help it.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
She predicted the future.
It's so heavy right now, and then watching this movie. Really hit hard, and I don't know. I'm almost afraid that, I don't know. I guess afraid that if people watch it, that they would do some French 75 sort of stuff. with what's going on. There was Teyana Taylor. You thought that with her being on SNL that she would be in it more, but she wasn't. Unfortunate. Lucky Sean Penn. I mean, not lucky. He's very talented. That's
Very talented. Yeah.
He did really great. If anybody, Leonardo DiCaprio is the lucky. I mean, because you get to play. He was a great actor. You get to work with her. I mean, he was really great in this movie. I love Leo. I have a thing for Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, not like that, but
he throws himself into every role, right?
Yes, yes. He sure does. He's a great smoker, by the way. He's a great smoker. Like the way I mean, like not that smoking's good, but
no, he was able to hide how he's all low key.
Yeah, smoking is bad, by the way. I don't endorse it.
No, not on the show.
No, yeah, definitely not on the show. But gosh,
unless we get an advertising deal. Go ahead.
It was just for a 2 hour. I thought it was 2.5 hours, but 2 hours and 40 minutes long movie. I may have gotten sleepy, but that'll be in the next rating. My overall rating for this, I mean, Benicio Del Toro and all the cast in this. I just love I really loved it, and I give it a 4.5. A 4.5 stars out of 5.
Wow.
What's keeping me from giving it a 5?
Well, let's find out. Let's find
I
out.
don't know. Maybe the fact that I can talk about it in the next segment.
And my favorite part
if you
of
want.
the show.
It's your favorite?
Arnold's snooze-o-meter.
So,
all right, go ahead.
Now that is definitely one that you gotta play if it was a high Z rating.
Yeah.
I did. Okay, so I did fall asleep.
Oh. Oops. Sorry.
I think I mentioned earlier that for this 2 hour and 40-minute long movie, it took me 3.5 hours long to watch.
And why is that?
I did fall asleep, but it's because we watched it late. We started watching it like at 9. It was when did I watch it? I watched it yesterday. Oh no, I think, or even the day before. No, I think yesterday.
Who was the culprit?
I can't remember.
Ice cream, tacos, burritos, pizza.
Oh no, we had tacos. It was Monday. It was the chili. It was the chili that I made.
Oh, the chili.
That chili with
It'll
baked
get ya.
potato and cheddar cheese and a little bit of green onion. Can't forget that cream, that sour cream on top. It was so good. So good.
Chili.
So good, but got a little sleepy. And, about 50 minutes into it. So when I rewinded it, I fell asleep at the 53-minute mark, and then I woke up at the 1 hour and 26-minute mark. So
Wow.
You can do the math there, and then and so did my wife. She fell asleep too, and so, but it was mainly because of the food. It was mainly because of the food. Because when we woke up, we got our little power nap in, and then we're like, I don't know, should we just finish watching the movie tomorrow? It's already 10:45, and then we're like, just kept watching, and then we just kept watching, and next thing you know, we're like, wow, damn, that was a really good movie. Damn,
Wow.
okay,
Yeah.
and so I don't know, I for my Z rating, I think I'll have to give it. A 10 milligram Z. The lowest dose. The lowest dose.
The microdose. The microdose.
The microdose.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
so
better
that's
than
my
Mr.
Z rating.
Rogers' Neighborhood. Thank you, Arnold. Wait,
Yeah.
is that a real number that you just said?
The 10 milligram, the quarter Z?
No, yeah, quarters. Yeah, okay,
A
got it,
10,
gotcha.
10 milligram Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's even less than a quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was from my chat. I was like, I would have sworn that the chat got taken down. But because on the other one it has those effects on it, anyways.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so those are my ratings. You can find me everywhere at Arnie Collego on the TikToks and Instagrams.
All right.
Yeah. So now, Mr. Adrian.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Adrian, Mr. Boots, be TZZZ too big.
So I'm
Boots
just
too
gonna
big.
read my...
What say you?
Yeah, so, holy shit. This felt like what Eddington was trying to be. The story moved fast and had a constant undertone of chaos and anxiety. DiCaprio kills it as always, and Sean Penn as Lockjaw was fantastic. He was incredibly threatening and also mesmerizing. The real standout, though, was Chase Infinity. She knocked it out of the park with her portrayal as DiCaprio's daughter. I was shocked to find out this is her debut role, which is amazing. The story rarely lets you breathe for even a minute. I felt the same as what I felt when I watched Uncut Gems. Benicio Del Toro, not Benicio Del Toro, somebody in the chat pointed out earlier, was fantastic as well. He made the most of his scenes, the few scenes that he had, and I appreciated how he stopped to help out DiCaprio's character amidst the chaos going on in his own backyard. At its core, the story is about a father saving his daughter. DiCaprio isn't a superhero. He's an ex-revolutionary way out of his depth, but he goes through hell to rescue his daughter, though I use the word rescue lightly. She essentially saves herself, and she does it in a way that's clever and insane. This movie deserved all the hype. I've waited over 3 months to see it, and it exceeded my expectations. And that's why I give it, on Letterboxd, 4 stars out of 5, which is less than yours, Arnold, but still pretty good. So, yeah. You can find me on Letterboxd.
I was gonna say, she actually doesn't save herself either. It was that dude, the Indian, the Native American.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The
If it weren't for him.
Yeah,
that's
Native American.
That's right.
Like he grows a conscience, and that was what I was saying. Like all these characters, they grow.
Because he's gonna sell her to the bad guys.
Yeah, he was gonna sell her, but then he refused to let a young girl, because he was gonna. Sean Penn's character was gonna pay him, was it triple the day rate? And he was like, I don't kill children. And he's like, I don't, you know. Then he's like, there's a house in this like heart of town. Take her there. I'll pay you the normal day rate. And he's like, okay. But then he takes her there, does his thing, drops her off even, and he grows a conscience. And it's like he sees like what they're like, how they're gonna offer up, and you know, it's just the cruelty of like seeing something like that happen to like a young person who has their whole life ahead of them. And he's like, I fucked up. And he goes and he like basically rights the wrong, which is, I think that's such an amazing thing. It's like it's the redemption arc that you never saw coming.
He died for her.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's great. I forgot about that entirely. I'm glad you brought that up. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So, yeah, you can find me on Letterboxd. Boots Too Big. You can find the show everywhere else. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Threads. We're at 1 minute 30, Arnold. Blue Sky, Facebook, X. NeverSeenItPodcast.com. Email us at podcast.neverseenit@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Have you watched one battle after another? Do you think it's going to win the Oscar this year? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts from. If you like the show, please leave us a review, leave us a rating. It really helps us out. A big thanks to Mr. Kyle Maps and a Burn Cycle for our intro and outro music. You can find Kyle on Instagram at selfies_food_and_pets. Thanks for listening. Any final thoughts from the gentleman?
Make sure to stretch those hips. What else? I don't know.